It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. In this game, we'll see the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Boston Celtics. Well, for Boston, their goal tonight is to play with the same type of effort at both ends of the court. They can't afford to let up at the defensive end, and that's a message I'm sure has been communicated to them in the locker room. And for the Celtics, how about their head coach, Brad Stevens? He's a youthful-looking guy. I know he's over 40, doesn't look it, but he's very, very poised.
Well, truthful. I think the one thing that he is he's a straight-up coach who has a no-nonsense approach. He's comfortable in his own skin, and I think he does look younger than 40.
And, he's a young guy, but he's not afraid to challenge his players, and he keeps an even keel. You won't see him breaking any clipboards. I like this guy.
You may not see him breaking any clipboards. That doesn't mean he doesn't do it behind closed doors.
Well, see, there's a difference.
I know.
We like it when you're behind closed doors breaking them. We just don't want it in public. Don't embarrass us.
Here's Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And the performance of the Star-Spangled Banner by Linda Lynn. We are happy to have you with us tonight for the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And now, before we get to the tip-off, let's find out what Kenny Atkinson had to share with our David Aldridge. David.
Well, guys, he has an admiration for what he called the intelligent, efficient offense played by today's opponent. He told me that the thing about this team is that they are so good at identifying the weak spots in an opponent, and they come at you in multiple ways depending on where those weak spots are. He said, we've got to be ready for everything. It's pretty tall order. Guys?
Thank you, David. Well, we have some conference rivals meeting up tonight. Clark, I know these games get very intense.
Yeah, in many ways, too, Kevin. The crowd is more amped up, louder, more emotional, more rabid, and the emotions between the players can run high, leading to friction and confrontation. So it's a charged environment when you lock heads with your rival.
Here we go. He'll be the Nets off the tip. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Hayward outside at the 3 with Morris to his side at the 4. Irving is out there with Smart. And it's Horford in at the center, locking down the middle. Now here's Crab. And the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Just 5 on the clock. From deep. Crab, no good.
Just testing out the cannon on that misfire.
That certainly was a deep one. I mean, maybe move in a little bit next time. There's no such thing as a 4-point line.
Hayward can hit. Outside, Russell. Down low. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Hollis Jefferson's got his team on the board to start the game for the Nets. Smart kicks to Horford. Irving against Russell. Irving dishes to Smart. Horford with the screen on Moskov. On its way from Hayward for 2. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Now here's Crab. Guarded by Smart. Russell kicks to Carroll. Screened by Russell. Nets passing it around. Used the screen and took it all the way.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
And it's Horford with the extra effort.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
Now here's Carroll. He dishes it to Russell. Screened by Russell. Hollis Jefferson passes to Carroll. Crabbe kicks to Mozgov. Over Horford. He doesn't hit that one. So the Celtics will take it the other way.
And Al Horford just so versatile. You know, that extends to the defensive end as well. Very mobile, can move his feet with smaller players, and at the same time gives you a presence on the interior.
And Horford won't wow you with his athleticism. But Greg, he's still a pretty good shot blocker.
He has great timing, anticipation, and awareness. Don't forget also he's got terrific hands, and you see that with all the steals he racks up.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
And there had been a will he or won't he feeling with Gordon Hayward's free agency. Tough choice, I got to believe, for him to leave Utah, but you can see why he wanted to join forces here with the Celtics.
Hayward hits them both. And Boston was the heavy favorite to sign Gordon Hayward, and ultimately the opportunity was just too hard to pass up.
And he's reunited with his college coach, Brad Stevens. This team has a great path to make a deep playoff run, and this just adds another star to a very balanced roster.
Now here's Crabbe. There's Mozgov. Another miss by Mozgov.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Carroll against Hayward. He feeds it to Irving. Here's Horford. Boston, no good that time either. Brooklyn trailing. Outside, Russell. There's the pick. Shot off the pick. Good, he hits the jump shot.
So much confidence for a young player. Terrific move by Russell in traffic.
Smart dishes to Horford. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Now here's Carroll. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Crabbe kicks to Russell, launches it. Morris with the rebound. The Celtics have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And it's Irving missing.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Mozgov, a screen on Irving. Russell against Irving. Here's the screen. Shoots. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. That's his first foul.
Yeah, but at least he's getting after it on the backboard, but got a little carried away on that one.
Well, he knew he was going to get called for that one. I mean, that was simple. You can't use the guy in front of you as a stepping stool.
Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for the Nets. Jeremy Lin comes in for Crabbe. And a new group in for the Celtics. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Horford. Tatum comes in for Gordon Hayward. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Marcus Smart. And it's Rozier in.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Are you? Oh, my goodness.
And not a next level athlete, but Morris has the ability to face up and beat his man off the dribble. And the Celtics trade for Kyrie Irving, sending shockwaves back in August. Never before had a pair of 25-point-per-game scorers swap teams in the offseason. That's what you call a blockbuster. And no doubt Irving and IT, both elite offensive weapons. But Irving, 6 inches taller, perhaps more defensive upside, and 3 years younger. The Celtics feel he fits their timeline.
Free throw good from Brown. And the Nets adding their own G League affiliate, the Long Island Nets.
Yeah, and the Nets franchise originally, remember, based in Long Island. So nice to have that homecoming. And of course, with young talent development so critical for this Nets organization, having that minor league team in close proximity, very valuable.
And Brown drops them both.
And the vertical that Brown has is quite impressive. As relentless a finisher that you'll find in this league.
Harris outside. Pass to Lynn. There's the pick. Harris kicks to Mozgov. Pick by Mozgov. There's Lynn with the three. Rebound Boston.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
They need this one. He takes it up and lays it in.
Boy, I really like how Lynn positions himself. He's really good at getting to the hoop.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Celtics lead by 6. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
You know, Greg, I love watching this team get after it on defense. I mean, they play with a bit of edge and nastiness.
Here's Rozier. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Down low, it's Booker and Mozgov. LeVert out there with Jeremy Lin. And it's Harris in at the small forward. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Over to the left wing. Lin the pass to Harris. And Clark, you've seen so many college and NBA games. What skill or mindset do you see as the best predictor for when a college player is going to be an NBA star?
Well, it's hard to predict stardom, but clearly things that transfer from a skill standpoint from college to the NBA, at least historically, have been the ability to rebound at a high rate. That seems to always make its way from college to the pro game. And then the proficiency of your skill set in terms of ball handling, shooting, and then I would say at the point guard position, the ability to run a team usually transfers. When you can get other people's shots and understand flow and time and score and situations, that doesn't leave you from the college to the pro game.
2 on the clock. And Rozier pulls it down. Celtics leading by 4. It's tipped. They retain possession. And there's the bucket from Tatum. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Lynn kicks to Mozgov. There's the screen. Picked by Mozgov. Lynn dishes to Harris to the right side. Just 5 to shoot. Mozgov kicks to Lynn. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Rozier, defended by Lynn. Top of the key. Here's Baines, and there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Baines has got the lead up to 8 now for Boston. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Harris kicks to Lynn. Nets passing it around. Back to Booker. Passes to LeVert. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And that's a tough one. But on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Those are facts, man. I mean, if he's sliding his feet just a skosh, the refs are going to whistle him for it.
Al Horford is checked in for Morris. They set the pick. Here's Rozier, looking for his first basket still in this one. Horford sets a screen for Brown. Shoots from the line. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Brown extremely accomplished down low and worthy of respect as a result. Destroys whoever tries to guard him in the paint.
You know, so many people were surprised at the Kyrie Irving trade, but throughout the decades, Boston's been unafraid to pull the trigger. I mean, they moved up to number 2 to draft the great Bill Russell, moving back to number 3 to draft McHale, add Parrish, assembling the Big 3 for a championship, then dismantling that Big 3 for all those unprotected picks. This is an organization that stops at nothing to try and win titles. You know, thinking about Kyrie's legacy here in Boston, this is a town that cares only about championships. That's how his contribution is going to be measured. And only time will tell if he can walk in the shoes of the greatest players to ever put on a Celtics uniform.
Brooklyn making some changes. Monday Hollis Jefferson comes in for Mozgov. And Krebs subbed in for LeVert. Then for the Celtics, Gordon Hayward's checked in for Aaron Baines. Smart comes in for Brown. And Irving subbed in for Terry Rozier. Dishes it to Dinwiddie. Booker is screen on Irving. A floater. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Dinwiddie.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Outside Irving. They get the rebound. Horford, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Horford's got 6.
A top-notch postgame is just one of the ways Horford helps his team. One of the more important ways, though, is because he's a tough matchup down low.
Grab the pass to Dinwiddie. There's a good screen. The pass to Hollis Jefferson. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. It's up a 3. Dinwiddie's shot is off. Celtics leading by 10. Irving with a clean look. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Irving's got his first 3 points of the game.
I love the three-point shooting of Irving. Excellent at dialing it in from deep, and you've got to respect his range.
Crab kicks to Dinwiddie. Booker against Horford. Back to Booker. Feeds it to Dinwiddie. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by the Celtics. Horford's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Booker outside. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Kilpatrick from past the arc. And Tatum pulls it down. Here's Boston now. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Irving dishes to Smart. Kicks to Horford. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And I really like the uniqueness of Al Horford's game. I mean, he's a big man with a versatile skill set. He makes threes. He can score inside. He defends. He's a guy that is an inside-out matchup problem for most.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And the first one at the line is good.
And, you know, the Nets can't sell players on winning just yet, but they've created a top-notch infrastructure in the meantime, and they have a gleaming new practice facility, better accommodations for players' families during the game. Those little things are big things and make a difference.
Morris is checked in for the Celtics. So Horford gets 2. You talk about the top-notch facilities for the Nets. You figure it signals their intent to be a top-notch franchise.
Well, you've got to invest in the development, and that means facilities and people. You've got to take care of your players and their families. That's important. And players really take note of those kinds of things. If you're going to do it well, you've got to do those things right.
Whitehead passes to Carroll. There's Russell with the 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. In the corner, Irving with it. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Irving's got 5.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, no let up. The killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity.
And so it's the Boston Celtics. Feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
To come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. Just doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. Guys are in a great rhythm when we have a great tempo, so just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
Well, we'll see if you can keep playing at your pace in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome, everybody. So far, a pretty one-sided first half. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Out in front at the half is Boston. They are way out in front, leading by 17. Kenny, some perspective, please.
Well, it has been an electric performance. These guys were firing on all cylinders. They came out aggressive, going after those rebounds, and they were piling it up. I think they wanted to send a message with their physicality. They're going to be nearly impossible to stop if they're playing that way.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Nets?
Well, they struggle in a number of areas. Protecting the rim is really at the top of the list. They haven't made that a priority. They haven't put forth a whole lot of effort. You got to protect the rim.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Welcome back as we get a beautiful aerial view of the Williamsburg Bridge connecting Manhattan and Brooklyn. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Al Horford has been sensational.
And I'll tell you, his work on the blocks in that first half, really impressive.
Yeah, he squatted on that paint area and owned it, perfectly using his size and that soft touch inside. That's a heck of a combination, strength, size, and soft touch. Nice.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Boston leading by 17. And Clark, you've been a member of this booth and many others for quite some time. I've always wondered, how did you make the jump into broadcasting?
Well, you know what? I've always enjoyed the game, Kevin, been a student of the game, and have enjoyed reading and playing with words. So when my basketball playing career ended prematurely back in 1987, I got a chance to do Pacers radio, and from there fell in love with this new career and wanted to excel at it. And I've been at it now for over 30 years and hope to have a few more left in front of me.
Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Morris is the 4 with Horford in the middle. Irving is out there with Smart. And it's Hayward in at the small forward position.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
They set the pick. Here's Russell. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Back to Irving. Hayward kicks to Irving. And the layup's good off the glass.
Timeout.
Irving's got 7 points.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
Timeout called, the Nets. And when Marcus Morris gets a defender in a one-on-one situation, Greg, he feels the most at home.
And part of that might be from going up against his twin brother all the time when they were young. Marcus Morris has a great knack to find a shot he likes. Terrific with his mid-range.
Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for Kraft. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Russell passes to Hollis Jefferson. Lin kicks to Russell. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. The Nets working the ball around now. 4 on the clock. The 10-footer. Misses off the right iron.
Got to find a way to energize themselves, get going. 0 for 3. They're looking for their rhythm right now.
Smart with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. Here's Irving. The putback, and it's Russell with the rebound. Nets trail by 21. For the 3. Nailed from three-point land. Russell's got 5 points so far.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Irving against Russell. Mozgov with the block.
7-1 with a plus wingspan. Mozgov can send your shot behind you in a hurry.
Lin the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Back to Lin. They set the screen. From 15 feet away, again, Russell missing.
You know, this just hasn't been his quarter. I mean, he doesn't seem to be comfortable at all, particularly shooting. I mean, he knows he's struggling right now.
Yep, that one goes in there. He has 7.
Boy, I tell you what, Russell is a problem out there. D'Angelo with the anticipation to flick it away and then kick off the fast break.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Irving dishes to Morris. The feed now to Horford. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. And the Celtics lead by 18.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches. And the Celtics leadership, very pragmatic. IT and Crowder both beloved in Boston. but they didn't hesitate to move them to get better and younger at the same time.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Mozgov.
Celtics ball.
LeVert's checked in for the Nets. The Celtics also changing it up. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Horford. Jaylen Brown comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Morris outside. Now Brown. Clock at 6. Back to Morris. Up and in on the layup. Morris has got 4 points this quarter.
And thinking about the Celtics' choice to get younger, perhaps a strategic move in response to the super team in Golden State, they want to construct their team to peak in a few years when the Warriors start to show a little chink in the armor moving forward.
Mozgov kicks to Lin. The dish now to Russell from outside the arc. Rebounded by the Celtics. Morris has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Smart with the ball, and it's Lin picking him up. Smart passes to Rozier. Brown with a screen on Russell. Morris a screen. There's the steal. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Mozgov, and Mozgov throws it down.
Beautiful timing there by Mozgov. Converts off the miss.
Here's Rozier. He's guarded by Russell. And Baines kicks to Rozier. They set the pick. 5 on the clock. It's Brown with the drive. Oh, and he pucks it off the glass. Wow. And it's Rozier missing. Nets trail by 18. Right side, Russell. He kicks it to Mozgov. Here's LeVert. And the 3 off target. Celtics shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Here's
Boy, Brown not just a super athlete, folks, but he's got excellent skills as well. A tremendous floor general.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Outside, Lin. Over Smart. Lin's shot is off. Here's Rozier. That misses. Would have caught it had it gone in. And so it's Boston controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We come back right after this. And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Here's Whitehead. Whitehead out there with Crabbe. Then there's Trevor Booker. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the power forward. So that's the Nets 5. Booker is screen on Brown. It's stolen by Brown. And Brown throws it down.
And Brown is quite aggressive. I mean, a masterful penetrator who can take it to defenders when he drives.
Pass to Booker. Here's LeVert. And the pass to Whitehead. He dishes it to Crabbe. There's a good screen. LeVert the pass to Hollis Jefferson. 5 on the clock. Here's Whitehead. Buries the long-range jumper.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Rozier kicks to Brown. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Back to Horford. From downtown, it's good from long range.
Yeah, I like how Tatum surveys the floor. Great at looking for his teammates, especially when they're open.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting terribly up to this point, just 30%. Some ramshackle offense play there. And the speed of the NBA is something that just can't be measured until you experience it. So, Clark, when you take that into account, who are some of the quickest players right now in the league?
Well, I think you start with Russell Westbrook and John Wall. I don't think there's anybody in the league quicker than those guys with the ball. Those guys can go end to end quicker than anybody. Wall might be the fastest. Westbrook is right there with him.
And guys, aggressive in creating his own shots, but thus far they have not been falling. Probably a good time to try and devote some of that energy to getting others involved.
The Nets making a switch here. Carroll's checked in, and then for Boston, Marcus Morris is checked in for Tatum. Hayward comes in for Brown, and Irving subbed in for Terry Rozier. Dishes to Carroll. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
And really, the first 3 or 4 seasons of his career, DeMarre Carroll was kind of a fringe rotation player. I think once his three-point shooting took form in Atlanta, that's when his value as a player skyrocketed.
Two shot.
And that one falls for Carroll. And for DeMarre Carroll, able to hit the three, but it all starts for him, Greg, at the defensive end.
Yeah, he can be an intimidator on that side of the ball, and with his lockdown mentality defensively, he only needs to provide complementary scoring to be a key contributor.
Carroll hits them both. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Irving dishes to Horford. With the second effort, makes that one his 6th of the night, shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Booker the pass to Whitehead. Clock at 6. It's Carroll on the wing. Over Hayward. And Carroll gets it to go. Carroll's got 4 this quarter.
And that's his role. That's where Carroll's at his best, the catch and shoot.
Now here's Smart. He's guarded by Cram. Smart kicks to Horford. Carroll against Hayward. Horford sets a screen for Hayward. No good from the wing. Nets trail by 20. Carroll with it. He feeds it to Cram. Up again. The rebound by the Celtics. Morris has got his 6th rebound on the night. A shot by Hayward, wide open. Hayward missing again.
And I love how his teammates have stepped up for him. He's struggling, but they're ramping it up and getting it done this quarter.
The Nets working the ball around now. Here's the screen. With the floater. There's Hollis Jefferson. And sticking right with it. Gets the foul with the bucket. And he'll go to the line.
One of the things you love about Hollis Jefferson is his activity. I mean, he impacts the game really without having plays called for him.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Guys, how about all the second chance points they've been able to convert throughout the game?
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Mozgov comes in for Booker, and D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Whitehead. That free throw good from Hollis Jefferson. And for Rondé Hollis Jefferson Clark, he can do a lot of different things, but the hole in his game has been his inability to shoot the ball.
Well, I've got to be honest with you. That jumper of his is really broke. I mean, it's just quirky and unorthodox and needs some work. It's awkward, very awkward. And he seemed to regress a bit offensively in his second year. If he can repair that shot, though, I think he's got a lot to offer.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Feeds it to Horford. And the dunk by Horford.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
2 minutes.
1:57 left in the fourth quarter. Mozgov a screen on Irving. Here's Russell. Count it. Good. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Irving against Russell. Irving up top. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two.
And with all the talk about Kyrie coming to Boston, you still have to figure how he'll fit in to the team. Has this year and next left on his contract, player option after that. But with his scoring and shooting, should make this offense even more potent.
Shooting two.
First free throw is good.
And when you put a player of Kyrie's ability into this Boston system, you have to expect good things. Irving does so much for himself and others. The longer he plays with the team, I think the more comfortable he'll become.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
While some are still speculating as to why Kyrie wanted out, the reality is, and it's this case with all great players, he feels like he's good enough to be the man on a team that can contend for a championship. And you might question how he went about it, but he's basically been a pro in his approach, and now he's got the chance.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Al Horford.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
He got an extra boost from the grief these fans were giving him here tonight. They were riding him hard all night, and he ate it up. Some guys just like being the villain, I guess. Outside, Russell. Pass to Carroll. Mozgov a screen on Hayward. Shot clock at 6, and Carroll gets it to go.
And there is going to be a lot of discussion over Irving's decision to want out for a long time. And what he does the next few years may end up defining his legacy. He is all in on himself, and it could pay off huge or fizzle out.
a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Celtics.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Horford.
Sheer dominance from him tonight. I mean, he could not be contained. A big reason for their success this evening.
The Celtics have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. The screen from Brown. There's a good screen. Here's Rozier. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Here's Dinwiddie. Picked by Mozgov. Kilpatrick passes to Mozgov. Mozgov sets a screen for Harris. Intercepted. Here's Rozier. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Gordon, nice win for you guys tonight. What was the difference?
Energy. I think we play with a lot of energy, passion, especially defensively. You know, when we're all doing our job and we're playing and we're focused and we're solid defensively, we're not really having lapses, we can be a pretty good team. You know, that we don't have to walk the ball up the court and it's not as difficult on our offense. So it all starts defensively, and I think it all starts with energy down there.
You've become one of the best young defensive teams in the league, Gordon. Thanks very much. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.